Hey folks, welcome back to Total War Rome 2. We are continuing our Senones Let's Play. As always, let me know in the comments down below whether you would like to see the Alexander campaign next, or if we should skip that in our grand historical campaign playthrough to just go over to Hannibal at the Gates. But for now, we have the Syracuse to deal with. So my plan currently has been to try and take Casinum and frogs, I don't know, and try and take them on with one front. But they're about to take Bovianum, which messes that plan up entirely. Like, that's just not an option now. So what I need to start thinking about is how can I work against the Herpini, because that's going to be a pretty good force, I figure. And then how can I make some strides against the Syracuse in these invaded areas? Now then, I lost trade with the Samnites here recently. I'm wondering if I can
Welcome, my friend.
No. Okay, I don't know why. Oh, I do know why. No, I don't. What? The heck? Why can we not trade over land here? This is weird. Well, that's not that important. Antium is getting upgraded to a level 4 settlement. It should keep us from having to worry about a naval invasion too much. And on top of that, I think it'd be a good idea to go ahead and put a harbor in there. Okay, so we've got a decent army here. These armies have just finished their attack on Anagni. Let's go ahead and move this agent down and kind of scout out what's around. So all of their armies are occupied elsewhere, which is great for us, because what that means is that I can go ahead. Let me make sure I'm not doing something, a stupid blunder here. I can go ahead and attack with this army into Fregellan. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Light hoplites, militia spearmen, Greek slingers. Let's just auto-resolve that battle. And then we'll sack it and raise it. Sack it. Raise it. Rebuild it. Let's go ahead and put another sacred enclosure and a well, and then let's actually do some industry. Let's repair this. Now then, over on this front, it's not looking as fun. So I have a problem here. Because my armies are just too weak to really take on what they're trying to attack with. This garrison is not really strong enough to take on that there. What I can do for now is to hold that province, because they cannot reach us in Tarchuna, and we've taken care of that army that went up through here, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's move this army up to Vatluna. And then in Siena. This is all fine and dandy. Let's go ahead and start upgrading this some more. Let's go ahead and get woodworker and a coin maker. And let's move this army south to help out. And that should take care of that problem in the short term. What I really need to do is figure out how to get a third... Well, what I need to do is get rid of these armies. These armies that are on the sea. And that's been my problem. Is that I can't make good conquest against them, because every single one of their settlements is... except for, like, one, maybe? Let me see. Satari... Athari, whatever. All of their settlements, except for... not, like, 3 or 4, are port settlements. I think I am their only enemy. Right? No. Why is no one... But no one else is attacking them. I mean, they're at war with Carthage. You would think Carthage, being the biggest threat on the map, other than me, would be trying to attack them, but no, apparently not. So, they're focusing all of their efforts on me. I need to get them where I can attack, and kill these two armies, so I can make moves against Illyria and then move on to Pallas. But even then, I have this army that's started moving around, so I'm not as hopeful as I was last episode about that front, but we'll see what we can do. For now, what diplomacy have I missed? The Carthaginians. I'm friendly with them. Let's see if I can do a little bit of trade. Maybe. Oh, no, they're not going to let it. Even though I'm friendly with them, they don't want trade. And Taurus definitely won't want trade because they are just one step away from being my next target. So we're just going to have to kind of deal with it as it comes. In Antium, go ahead and put a communal grounds. I'm doing that because we are not having any... We won't have any way to recruit axe infantry down here. Well, I said that. I'm just stupid. But either way, it'll be better to have it in this province anyways. So for now, let's end the turn. I said that. Thunderbolts. Let's decrease our upkeep in that army. Hunters. Let's give her strategist. Is that it? Why did I give her strategist? I shouldn't have done that. I forgot. So it's just my default. What I do is I typically go strategist and then straight for night battles. But we automatically have night battles in this campaign, so that was kind of a wasted trait. Rat. Yeah, the Herpini are making some pretty aggressive moves. I think now's the chance that I'm going to have. So the other Sicilian tribe has joined. What I'm going to do... First off, I'm going to convert those over because they don't need to be enemy... They don't need to be opposing cultures. But what I'm going to do is the Herpini have kind of exposed themselves here. Gives me an opportunity to make a threefold attack. Because, yeah, so those Herpinian warriors are super strong, and none of my... I don't think a single army would be able to take it on. Okay, enemy army has retreated. Let's go ahead and send our agent south to make sure they're not getting any funny ideas down. They're getting funny ideas. Well, they can't actually reach for Galley, despite everything. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta take a call. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, so the Herpini decided they didn't want to engage, which is smart of them. So that means we can go ahead and just take Senones, sack it and raise it, do that whole process again. Now, we can still hit this army. Let me make sure I'm recording. I've done that before, so I had to check that real quick. Oh, yeah. So, we may have been able to take that on with this army alone. Well, there's a way of finding out. Yeah, this is a pretty good army. Okay. Well, that lets me know. So what I'm going to have to do, if I remember correctly from my Roman Let's Play of this campaign, is they are going to consistently attack. So whenever I take Corfinium, or whatever it's called, I can't look at it right now. Let's release the captives. And then we cannot get there this turn. That's fine. Whenever I take Corfinium, we're going to have to do what we did over here with these settlements. We're going to have to build it up to a point where we don't have to worry about them being able to take it, because we have the garrison so highly built up, and we probably need to leave a small army here to help out with that defense as well, because every, I don't know, like 20 turns or so probably, they spawn, and that may be too often, but they spawn an army here that is just going to keep attacking it. always at the most inconvenient time, so you just need an army there pretty much perpetually. But that has them taken care of in the short term. We've got these three armies. Probably if I try to do that with one of these three armies, just send this one over, but I'm not sure right now. Let me check public order. So Latium is doing fine. They're not happy with me, but that's because they just got conquered, so they'll learn to live with it. Let's go ahead and rebuild here. Let's put a artisan's lodging and a well. Or actually, let's put a farm here. And that will have Casinum back up and running. So what is my garrison here again? Got a bunch of noble horsemen, bunch of Gallic axe cavalry, or 1 unit Gallic axe cavalry. Okay, so I've got a 15-unit garrison here. They're not going to take Rome, Lord willing. There's no point in me upgrading this, is there? No, because I can just do this to get the noble Gallic swordsman. Recruitment. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Not ideal, because that's 5,000 money. I don't know what to call it. I don't know. They need to have what their currency is called. Dang, minus 78% on corruption? Anything I can do to... What is causing so much corruption? Larger your empire grows. Researching for certain civil technologies. I have to research appoint lawgivers to get minus 3%. That is wild. Wow, okay. Well, I'm not going to get in too big of a rush. I mean, I think that's actually going to bump my income quite a bit, but for now I'm just going to kind of have to what am I researching again? There's really no point in this whenever all of my provinces are happy. Let's start doing this one. Let's end the turn. Oh, I keep doing that. Akmonzia. Let's give you Bard. Oh, yep, forgot about that. I forgot about that entire front. Well then, that's gonna bite me. 3 whole armies there. Oh, I hate this. Ligny and the Herb. Use. Screw you, Samnites. That was my kill. Well. Dang. Okay, so all of these have finished building. Let's go ahead and keep the momentum going, I guess. Dang, I was really needing that. I live to serve my people. Okay, so which army? Well, let's just send all of these armies. There's not a reason really to keep one army in the city whenever it's only providing us with 5 public order. We'll move all of these armies south and prepare for an attack against Syracuse. I live to serve the people of Gaul. There's an army right there, but I doubt they're going to be there by next turn, unfortunately. Over here, let's go ahead and get you out of Horse March. I
am ready.
My tax, I'm up as far as I can go on taxes. Why is my slave population not providing me any? Do I not have any slaves? That's gonna have to change. Let's go ahead and upgrade this to a shrine, because their public order's a little bit low from taxes. Go figure. I can't upgrade that Luna because of research. Okay, so what can they do right now? We've got 2 average armies, 1 puny army, and a couple of armies that aren't even worth speaking of. I could try and build a fleet, but I don't know how much that's going to help me. Politics. I almost completely forgot about you. It's okay right now because of the just fading from the other Civil War. I mean, I've got nothing else I can do, really. And the good thing about building a fleet is that I don't have to keep it, so I'm gonna go ahead and build a fleet. Ah, I hit the wrong button.
Easy into port.
Okay, let's get some assault raiders, missile raiders, and then let's get some tribalist warrior boats too. Man, I need to get naval training up and going. I mean, it's kind of late now, but still, that would have been helpful long term. Let me actually see what I'm missing out on. Okay, so medium assault raiders is the highest we can do with noble Gallic swords. Not sure I would have wanted to build those anyways, because that's pretty expensive. Hey, Sam Knights, can we trade now? We can. Weird.
On behalf of our people, welcome. Speak, friend, and honor us all with wit and wisdom.
I didn't know. There we go. Yeah. That works. And let's end the turn. Okay, the Syracuse are retreating from 1 army? Is that what I was seeing there? Okay, the Neuragic Confederation is just kind of not sure what to do. We've kind of fought ourselves to a stalemate here. They just can't find a weak spot. Shipwrights report, cool. And a bunch of construction got done. Specifically for Gele and Senones, main province, or main buildings. Let's go ahead and upgrade all of those, because the difference in garrison is massive. Let's go ahead and get a horse stable and a cattle pens. And let's go ahead and get a meeting around here. Now then, I know I started construction on a coin mint somewhere else, did I not? I did. What is my objective with those? Because I have to do something. I have to construct 10 of the following buildings. So let's go ahead and construct that, I guess. I mean, that's... wow. That's kind of strict. Oof. Population surplus, where? Because we need to start doing that, I guess. %20 wealth from all commerce. Okay. Still don't see... why that's I have to build it. But since I do have to build it, I'm not going to keep this building here. I'm going to destroy that and start building it up here too as well. Let's see here. I figure they've just got armies sitting. Oh, nope, they don't. Okay, so this could be big for us. We could take out a whole nother Syracusan army that's not a good army, but we could definitely do some damage. So let's go ahead and send our armies down to reinforcement range.
I live to serve my. Hurry up! As you
And let's take Capua.
have them all.
Yeah, we could have won this with just one army. Well, better to be prepared, as they say. We pretty much fought the same battle last time. I'm not going to repeat it. Sack it
What is the holdup?
and raise it and rebuild it. So I guess let's start building warriors lodges everywhere we go and start making appointments that way. Right here. And let's build a sacred enclosure here. We are definitely going to need the cultural influence. Now that I don't suppose... Oh, we're just short. I was hoping we could maybe reach that army
Love the open road.
and ambush them. That would have been a cool battle to fight, but unfortunately, not this time. Okay. So over here, we're still recruiting.
Tribe.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of to do, because a fleet, well, we can catch them out when they're not expecting it. And I think we can do some damage that way, but still, that's rough to have to do. Let me see something. The next upgrade gives us these. He doesn't have strong ramming. Do our ships have ramming at all? I think there are some that don't have the ability to ram. If they do, then that's fine. We can use it, but we'll just have to see. Okay. So we have conquered Capua. Since their armies are southward, what I think I'm gonna do is send one army east, two armies south, and conquer them that way. And if we could get all of these, then up Hekusai, we can start making progress in their territories, their homeland. What is my objectives, by the way? So I have to raise the actual settlement. So I'm going to have to just keep staying at war with them. Dang, okay. And then Bovianum, I have to raise or sack it. Same thing for Taurus. Region. Same thing for Region. It's owned by my enemy, though, so that's not a problem. And then I've got to start recruiting and building. I've also got to own Campania and Sabina, which I only have a defensive alliance with Samnites.
Your people's reputation goes before you.
Oh,
Find
maybe
a welcome
this
here
is the
and
opportunity I've been
speak
waiting
as you
for
wish.
some reason. Okay, let's just... I'm not picky. I'll just take the military alliance.
Though our dignity
so that's
is
got us
undoubtedly
with
affronted
Sabina.
by this offer, I reluctantly accept.
So all I've got to do now is take this. We'll have all of the provinces that are necessary to hold. Cool. That's sick. Alright, let's see here. Once this fleet is finished recruiting, I'm going to use it to escort this army across. We're going to see if we can't challenge them in battle over here. So let's end the turn. The headhunters. Which one are you?
I am ready.
Okay, let's go ahead and give you some extra damage in the warrior trait. You know how I said their armies were to the south?
Your armies would surely find.
Well, not anymore, apparently. At least not that one.
Can I finish my wine?
Okay, well, that shouldn't be a big deal, honestly, because we can just go ahead and take Bovianum. So let's go ahead and do that. With this army, I suppose, because it's the best.
I live to serve my
Sack it.
people. Ready for
And
as
raise it.
you request.
And let's rebuild here. Warrior's Lodge, Communal Grounds, Commons, and Sacred Enclosure. Now then, in Capua, we are going to lose public order. We're probably going to have a rebellion even. But I think we can go ahead and just move south and take them on that way. So let's go ahead and attack Neapolis. Neapolis? I think it's Neapolis.
As you request. Let them cower before our strength.
That's not a problem at all. Go ahead and auto-resolve this. Are we finally to the point where we're steamrolling? That's a point everyone hates in Rome 2. I actually kind of enjoy it because you know at that point that you're on the downhill slope, so to speak.
I live to serve my people.
Raise it. We now have Neapolis. Sweet. Bam, bam, bam. And then let's do an industry. Oh, industry in this one. And convert the main settlement types. And suddenly they only have 3 provinces left. They're probably about to have 2, but I don't know if the Samnites will stand against the garrison in that army if they're smart enough to retreat and have them attack there. Which never rely on the AI to be smart.
Ready for battle. Honor to gods and your
Okay,
move, lads.
so cool, we've got a lot done there. Recruitment is still happening over here. That will get us to 14 units. Let's go ahead, recruit one more of those. And we'll see what we can do. I'm hoping to make a little bit of magic happen with this army. Move it over. It's not a good army. But with that, this, and this, we should be able to kind of challenge their ability to hold Illyria. So that's what I'm counting on, especially since that's all they got in the way of garrison. I mean, they just, for some reason, do not have a strong garrison there. So we should be able to take them on pretty good. Let's end the turn, I suppose. Oh, Akapos. Who's Akapos? You're Akapos. I'm sure I'm not saying your name right. Let's do Fearless Warrior. Gives him a bonus to melee attack, which is huge for all other troops. Syracuse is wanting peace. I'm not going to do it, especially not giving them money to do it. That's ridiculous. But I'm not going to do it mainly because I have to sack their settlement, which I should probably start looking at trying to do. I'm not sure how the best way to do that would be. And in Frigele, let's go ahead and do a Warrior's Lodge here. Construction reports, coin mints being made. That's great, so that should have us up to 2. Yep. Okay, What about in Rome? We have that finished yet? No. 4 more turns on that. We can recruit noble Gallic swordsmen, which will be really nice. Okay, so going to have a rebellion here.
As you request.
Oh, particularly there. Not that big of a deal if we do. So let's go ahead and upgrade some things and head south. I'm moving down with just 1 army because I will have to have a garrison in that settlement until we are able to just leave it unattended long enough to come back and destroy that army with another army. I'm not making sense, but I'm making sense in my head. Okay, so I can raise it. Then let's go ahead and build a grove here, a farm here, and let's rebuild a settlement in the harbor. And then there was one.
I live to serve my people.
Let me do something here. See if the Samnites will be willing to take care of this army for me. So I can eventually leave Bovianum and not have to worry about it. So this should be done in 2 turns. We're gonna have a rebellion this next turn, that's fine. Not a big deal. Oh yeah, we still have this. Here of. They have no garrison there, so that's good to know. Over here, still recruiting.
Tribe.
Never-ending cycle of recruitment. Two more archer units, and then just fill the rest out with X units. And that'll be a pretty strong fleet to be able to take out the Illyrians. Is that who they are? The Neuralgic Confederation, but I don't know who they were called originally. In Tarchuna, let's go ahead and put the Warrior Ipidum, whatever it's called, because I think that'll help us out a lot in the long term if they somehow do manage to break out of this little blockade I'm trying to form. And I suppose we can end the turn. Stalkers of Gamma.
I live to serve the people of Gaul.
We can decrease upkeep. Is there anything else here? Send it around. Not joining
Your
Oregon's
armies
Taurus
would
just yet. I still want to accomplish some things against Syracuse. Secure my position here. That sort of thing.
Peace is not an easy
Girion,
word.
I'm okay with a peace right now. I don't need to try and... Because I saw your fleets moving up. I don't want to have to fight you two. Rebellion in Neapolis. That is fine. Ally confirms war target. The Syracuse army has moved out. I think we can take them on.
For blood.
Yeah, the Donians, be mad about it. I'm destroying your enemy. And just like that, we have managed to beat them back.
I live to
Put you back in Ovianum. Put a grove here. Now that this rebellion is just a couple of hoplite units, that's fine. I'm going to let them build up a little because it will help us out in the long term by decreasing the net amount of units they can send our way, or not the net amount of units. It'll decrease our public order loss until we can get it more stabilized here. Goodness, I'm having a hard time. I'm sorry about that. I know that's not as enjoyable for y'all to listen to.
I live to serve the people of
as you request.
Diplomacy all around. Ooh. Okay, so Carthage is friendly, but they still won't want trade, I'm
You will
sure.
find me a will.
because they're losers.
In the name of the people of Carthage,
Okay, they
with
didn't.
all the
Listen, that was a no,
we cannot accept these
but
terms.
I might be able to kind of convince here.
Be assured that I hold you in the highest regard, but cannot accept
Sweet, I've got a trade agreement with Carthage
your
now.
terms.
Who else? The Donians?
In the
Yeah.
name of the state, welcome.
Trade, non-aggression
Speak as a
pact,
friend or
demand
as an enemy,
payment.
but do so with honesty.
I can't. Why is it that amount? Sweet,
We embrace this and the virtues of your fine people.
sweet, sweet, sweet.
This
Okay.
is a day of progress. Your people's reputation goes before
Military
you.
alliance.
Find a welcome here and speak as
Demand
you
payment of
wish.
3,000. They can't afford it. I'm going to hold off on that for right now. I don't need their alliance. I just thought it would be nice, but for now, we're pretty well secured here. So we should be good to just kind of leave them be once our army gets out of there, and we can take comps though. Now then, in Poseidonia, Neapolis. I need to upgrade Neapolis. Let's go ahead and upgrade the harbor. And let's end the turn one more time. Yeah, they're attacking Aethalia. Y'all might hate me for not fighting this, but I'm not going to fight it. I'm gonna fight this. Because I think their fleet... This is Rome 2, and so Rome 2 really introduced naval combat, or sea invasions, as we were used to them for a while. And there were some bugs, if I remember correctly. Rome 2, you couldn't have the cavalry land beforehand, or the artillery. If we have the artillery land, that's going to cause a little bit of problems, but I mean, we still have the Gallic cavalry, noble cavalry, so I think we can fight this. It'll be a fun battle. It's been a while since we've had a battle like this. I was just talking about how it needs to kind of loosen up around here. This would be a way to do it. Okay, let's see here. So, does this fleet have the ability to ram? They do, I think. I think. So you can land cavalry. Or no, you can land artillery. But it looks like the cavalry may not be landed, maybe? Spearmen, hillmen, or it is, and they're hidden, which is kind of scary. That's what it looks like. It looks like they've hidden their cavalry. So that's a little bit of a problem. What I'm gonna do, these tribalist warriors are garbage as it is. I'm going to send them out on a suicide mission to try and ram one of their units and sink it before they get boarded and taken out. As for these units, so we've got some pretty good units in this roster. Let's put some noble Gallic swordsmen over here. Place our cavalry in the middle where they can run out if we see that their cavalry has abandoned them. Their young swords over here. Actually, put our young swords in reserve. Put one unit of noble Gallic swords over here. Let's put the unit here.
We'll kill 'em all.
Then let's put a unit... Actually, let's put the 3 units of young swords over here, and we'll leave a Gallic swordsman unit in reserve. Hope that is sufficient. And then we'll Move our slingers to this side, archers to this side. Start the battle.
Ready, willing, and able!
We have landed ourselves.
Hey, I clicked you too. Okay, why can't I change which mode? So you cannot ram with these ships. Well, that sucks. There's no point in trying
We
to
have
fight them.
discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Okay, here they are. This is what I was waiting on. Let's slow motion. All of my slingers should be firing onto their Sardi cavalry. Other the one problem with upgrading the settlement as far as we have is we do not have spearmen anymore. So our ability to take on these troops with kind of the rock, paper, scissors mechanic of Total War is severely weakened. Which is why I made sure to leave one unit at least in reserves, because typically they do some pretty heavy damage against them with a charge, but then you're able to move in with another unit and wipe them up after that charge. So they're going to hit. There's contact. But they did not have a good charge. It's good.
Slingers!
Well, since their cavalry is occupied, should I go out and try and take out their polybillows? Whatever they're called? Yeah, we're doing fine. Okay, yeah, just have you do that. Let's go ahead and row hard. There's no point in you taking so long.
Archers!
Let's move one of these unit of archers over here. Help out with this.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
I don't know if this is a mechanic and I'm just dumb, but there should be a mechanic in Total War where on the harder levels, I never play the harder levels. I may play hard, I don't ever play very hard really. But there should be a mechanic where you cannot see what units the enemy has even before the battle, in that little screen there. I think it would make it more interesting. But, I mean, it may not be a popular feature if people were to do that, so if Total War were to do that. So, it may be the reason it does not exist. The young swords, don't trust them to hold for real long, but they'll do their due diligence. Okay, so our cavalry can charge as soon as we get rid of these skirmishers. And we're making quick work of them. I mean, that just tore through their lines. Okay, let's go ahead and send our general out this way. And let's go ahead and send a skirmisher unit to sap up the damage.
We'll kill them all!
Because one sure way to lose an easy battle is to kill your general.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
This isn't the easiest of battles, but you get my point. Hey
We have
guys,
discovered the enemy's hidden units.
you're stuck. Okay. Oi. So are they firing on us yet?
Those!
I do believe
We have discovered the enemy's
they are
hidden
firing
units.
on the wrong people.
Advance, retreat!
Well, let's go ahead and see what we can do with these skirmishers. We've already committed them to this front. Okay, so they're about to charge into us with some Sardi Hillmen, which are just garbage infantry tier units. We don't have to worry about those really. Now then, the Sardi Spearmen, not great, but we've got normal Gothic swords, so we shouldn't have to worry about that either. These skirmishers. Let's go ahead and have you fire on that unit specifically. Polyblos. Alibalis. I don't really know. I'm just trying to figure... I don't even know. I'm just messing around. My commentary has died. So the Sardi Spearmen and... yeah, that's all they got over here. So let's look over on this front. Now then, they've got some pretty good units over here. So we need to disengage, re-engage. Remove those, and let's go ahead and just charge in here with a good number of our units. Our cavalry has finished them off over here. Move them around the rear and move these skirmisher units back into the city. They like to run away from it. Okay, let's go ahead and put you into frenzy charge mode. Attack those neuralgic warriors. I've really not seen much of their skins since this release. I'm glad I have a battle against them where I can actually see what they look like, and they're pretty cool.
You've discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Okay, you frenzy. Frenzy. General, let's get you wrapped around their rear. Let's go ahead and get you involved in this front over here. Though we shouldn't have to. We're doing a pretty good number on them. General's moving around. Neuralgic runners. Ooh. Are those the guys with... yeah!
Flee the field of battle.
These are the ones with, the weird hand thing. Do they have special animations, or is it like a punching animation? What is this? Gotta know. Okay, slow it down. Oh, my mouse is bugging out. Slow it down so I can get a good view of this. Okay, so, how do they fight? It's just a sword animation. That's stupid. Oh, my disappointment is immeasurable. You're gonna introduce one of the coolest looking units in the game, and then you're just going to go, oh yeah, it's got the same animation as a sword, which for some reason also has the same animation as an axe. Don't ask me why. Some of the axes, it kind of makes sense, because like, they'll have the stabbing animation for the sword in the axe, and it doesn't make sense because it's an axe. It doesn't have a stabbing. Though some of them it does because they've got a little tip. But, I mean, for the most part, you're just sitting there punching a guy in the face with an axe, and you're making me suspend my disbelief a little bit too much here. Well, we've defeated their neuralgic runners. Let's go ahead and attack those Etruscan hoplites. And let's use our archers on them for good measure. Let's get our general... oh, they're gone. Doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and chase them down, because that'll be one of their strongest units, and I don't want to give them the ability to get away. As for y'all, let's go ahead and just attack those Sardi bowmen. Just like that. Get them out of it. And there we go. That's pretty much got them. And now then, how's our general doing over here? He's doing great. I mean, they're not going to be fighting back because they're retreating, so let's just fast forward. And that should have them here pretty quick. No, stop firing. Okay, let's end the battle there. Decisive victory, just like you want to see. So it was nice to be able to actually see their units and what they look like before having to just kind of auto-resolve a lot of these battles. So they want a
As
military
long as our
alliance.
strength remains.
No, I'm not paying you money for it. That's so stupid. Ugh. Amber merchant, jewelry merchant, wine merchant. Let's do the jewelry merchant. Why not? Point lawgivers is up next, which is going to decrease our corruption and increase our tax rate. Up north, we can go ahead. Just 2 units. Let's go ahead and begin moving this army across with this fleet.
Your orders? Bro, gods curse you!
We've got a lot of stuff built up. Warriors Lodge and Frigele. Let's go ahead and build it up to a coin maker. We just finished a coin maker in another place in Neapolis. Let's go ahead and upgrade it to a mint. Okay, construction. Pretty. Well, all we have to do on that. Let's move back to Bovianum. And let's go ahead and take out this rebel army. Zenobia. What a name.
Run them down!
Oh, goodbye, Zenobius. We'll enslave the captives. How has that affected my 0.7%? Alrighty. Let's go ahead and attack Kamsa.
Before our strength.
And to try and get there before the Samnites do, because I want to have the glory from this battle.
Is there nothing else?
Okay. So, we can't really sally out to face them because they've got more units than us still. But that does give us a pretty good advantage over here. We can now, I feel, somewhat safe in attacking with even just these 2 armies against these forces here. But I would be more comfortable with that 3rd army there. Let's go ahead and upgrade that one as well. And let's put a horse farm here. And let's upgrade Posidonia. It would only make sense that Posidonia would also have a horse pen. So, as for this one, let's go ahead and make a meeting hall. What were the 2 units? Noble Gallic Cavalry, wasn't it? And Noble Horsemen and Noble Gallic Swordsmen. So. That's what we're going to have to start recruiting, and once I delete a lot of units, it's going to be easier. But I think we're at a place where we can enter. Samnites are not going to get there before me. Woot woot. The history. Oh no. No! Whoops. Crap. I done messed up. Well, good news is I am about to get a lot more noble Gallic swordsmen. And I pray that I can keep this party loyal. But down here, let's just finish off Kamsa. Yep, can't do it with this army alone. Do it with this army.
Getting on our way.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I'm not going to fight this. We're just going to auto-resolve it, and that will have them driven out of their provinces they gained from the invasion of the Samnites.
I live to serve my people.
And we just so happen to be the ones who got to benefit, so yay for us, I guess. Let's go ahead and upgrade this to a coin maker. Build a sacred enclosure. Build a farm. And convert that to a farmstead. And now all we have to do is strike at the boot. So Taurus, we're gonna have to make war against them here pretty soon. I mean, it may be the very next thing we're doing, because they're not going to let me attack the Syracusans through their provinces. I'm gonna have to take them. So I'm afraid that this next war is going to give the Syracuse some time to rebuild. But I don't think I have a choice, really. I think I've got to take out Taurus while the getting's good. Up north, just keep inching our way towards Mantinon.
Easy into port.
And yeah, I think that is going to have us for this episode. We've made quite a bit of progress. We've driven the Syracuse out of Campania and Samnium. And now we're about to start taking southern Italy and Sicily. Before long, we're going to have this entire map, except for Carthage. And since I had to do it this way, I might just go ahead and take all of it, take Carthage and everything, because doing it that way means that I get some bragging rights to be able to say I've taken the entire campaign map. Carthage, I think it's going to be a little tougher to do because they're naturally supposed to be stronger than the Italian factions are. But, I mean, we're going to be pretty buffed up at that point. And if I can keep the political parties all under control, then we're going to be really strong. So, I hope y'all have enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all the things the cool kids do, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.